So thank you. My name is Gabriele MRAZ. I'm with the Austrian Institute of Ecology, and also I'm a member of the joint project. Today I want to report some of our results from evaluation of the implementation of the Nuclear Waste Directive. Who is the joint project? We are a network of European NGOs and research institutions, and we cooperate since 2003 on energy issues with a focus on anti-nuclear activities, especially in Central and Eastern Europe. We have partners from different countries. You can find them on the slide. It's Austria, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, and Romania. And we are financially supported by the Austrian Ministry of Environment. One focus of our work in the last years is the monitoring of the implementation of the Waste Directive, and today I want to report about 4 problems that became apparent during this implementation phase. The first is the access to the national programs and national reports. Second, participation on national and transboundary level. The third are the time frames that are provided in the national programs. And the fourth topic is export of spent fuel and radioactive waste and responsibilities of the member states. Well, access or lack of access to national programs and the reports, we heard something about that before. First problem is that they were not in time. You can see on the slide which 6 countries still have infringement cases for failure to notify the national program. Among them Latvia, who hasn't produced the national program at all. And the other 5 countries, Austria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Italy, and Portugal. Among them 2 countries of our joint project. Even though some countries submitted in time, these programs were not publicly available only after request by Nuclear Transparency Watch, and they are still not available on the website of European Commission. Why does Austria, for example, has an infringement, and also Czech Republic? Because we submitted draft versions or preliminary versions. But European Commission requested to receive officially approved national programs. Our partner Kala made a formal request recently about the infringement status in Czech Republic, and they got the answer that Czech Republic has the opinion that they already have a valid national program. It was approved in 2002. But this is an old strategy, and this old strategy does not have to fulfill the same, does not have to have the same content as a national program should have. Second topic, participation. In our opinion, a strategic environmental assessment, an SEA, is the only comprehensive participation procedure for a program such as the Nuclear Waste Management Program is. It's an instrument to minimize environmental impacts of a program, and it's legally binding. During an SEA, you have to discuss options and their environmental impacts, and if you make a decision for an option, this decision has to be based on the environmental impacts. And an SEA is not an environmental impact assessment for a single project or facility. It's on another level. This is the status of SEA in our joint project countries. You can see that only Hungary has finished a national and a transboundary SEA. Poland has finished the national SEA, but they did not do a transboundary SEA. In Czech Republic, it's ongoing. Austria and Romania are planning to do an SEA, and from Bulgaria, we do not know. In our opinion, an SEA is compulsory. because the National Waste Management Program is a program in the meaning of the SAA directive. Who is our opinion, who is we? It's not only NGO and independent experts, also part of Commission take this view. Arguments against the SCA are that Euratom is a lex specialis for nuclear energy, and therefore it's outside the SCA directive, and only the court could give an answer to the question if an SCA was compulsory for the waste management programs or not. This we heard from Mr. Gariba at our joint project event in December 2016 in Budapest. Some countries like Slovakia argue that the national program is based on a strategy that has already been subjected to an SCA, and so there would be no need to do this again. But as I said it before, for Czech Republic, the former strategies, they have not included some aspects like costs, financing, and the concepts for transparency and participation that are now obligatory. Here, the time frames in the national program. One problem is that some countries have very long time frames, meaning that they are planning to decide for an option in 2030 or behind that, or they have no time frames at all. For example, Austria in its draft national program, they do not give any time frame because they're hoping for a we are hoping for a multinational disposal option. Right now there are 10 members to this ERDO group, European Repository Development Organization. It's a working group who wants to establish some multinational disposal in the European Union, and they don't give any time frame at all. So the member states who chose this option, they don't do either. And another problem with time frames is that sometimes we can already see substantial changes in the timetable. For example, in Germany, in the national program of Germany, 2031 was given as the date for the when the site for the final disposal should have been found, and start of operation was planned in 2050. And after the SCA, these dates were updated, meaning that the site should be found in 2058 and the start of operation was changed to 2083, where this is quite a substantial change of the time frame. And for us it's a really important open issue. What are consequences when countries change their timetables in such a substantial way, or if they do not have any timetables at all in their national programs? What are the words? Our fourth topic, export and responsibility of member states. In Article 4 in the Waste Directive, it's stated that the ultimate responsibility for the safe and responsible disposal of exported materials shall remain with the member state. Now we have a problem that not all exported material is under the Waste Directive, especially if spent fuel is sent for reprocessing. And also intra-community transfers not included in legacies, like the waste that has been dumped into the sea. So this is also an open issue that has to be solved. How can a member state prove its ultimate responsibility? And this ultimate responsibility should be expanded. Yeah, our conclusions. The SCA has to be conducted to ensure national and transboundary participation. And there is the need for sanctions, not only for delays in submitting the national programs, but also for not keeping the timetables. Sanctions should be installed. Substantial changes should be defined, and also what happens if a national program undergoes a substantial change. Does the member state have to produce a new program? Does there have to be another SEA? These are still open questions. And the member states' responsibility for exported waste should be expanded to legacies, reprocessing and inter-community transfers. Thank you.